How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review, and a little bit of unknownness to me. New brewery, beer I've never had before, brewery I never heard of, and that is Modist Brewing's Dreamyard American IPA. Yeah, super excited to give this a whirl. Honestly, gonna tell you right now, super excited to give it a whirl based off the can art alone. It's one of the more favoriter can arts that I've seen in quite a while. So yeah. Let's dive into it and see what she's got. As far as what it says on the can, it says Modist Brewing Company, Dreamyard. Let's see, 7.1% alcohol by volume. A juicy, hazy American IPA made from oats and wheat. Modist Brewing Company, Dreamyard American IPA. That be that. Label-wise, this shit is fucking awesome. It reminds me of like a Coheed and Cambria fucking cover art mixed with... sacred geometry mixed with tattoo art design, modern tattoo art design. Something about it just fucking... It's so well done. This is just so good. This can is fucking bonkers good. I just want to stare at it. That's how good this fucking can is. That's why I'm spending so much time sitting here rotating it for you so you can fucking see it. Yeah. Fucking love it. Love it. Like I said, never heard of the brewery before. I think I have, actually. And let me rephrase that. I think I've heard of Modist, but nothing that rings a bell. Let's put it that way. But it's going to change now with this fucking can art. It's going to gush all over. Now wants the beer suck. It can't suck. With label this good, it can't suck. I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to actually tilt this down and give it a pour because this is a deep drop, and I think this beer would foam up like a motherfucker if I fucking dropped it in there. So yeah, let's give it a good pour like that. Throw it up there so you can take a look-see. And yeah, first things first. Gentle, just over a pinky pour. Nice, creamy top. Nothing too crazy though. Tight, compact bubbles. Vibrant carbonation inside there though. I mean, it seems like it's just like shooting up. Looks very spritzy, and there's bits and pieces of funk floating around in there with a very subtle haze. Orange. Just a washed out kind of opaque kind of orange going on. So, look good so far. See if we can get a nose on her. Spicy orange. I'm getting like a spicy orange thing going on here. Almost like the spicy orange you get at like a Chinese restaurant. In a good way. Orange. But there's like this kind of rye... I got the second beer in a row I've gotten this rye spiciness from. Second Midwest beer. Maybe it's a Midwest thing. Getting like the spiciness, herbal spiciness from the hop, along with a little bit of kind of like orange. Not sweet, not bittering orange. And a decent malt sweetness. Nothing too crazy. So, I mean, she smells nice. She doesn't smell anything crazy over the top. I wouldn't necessarily call it just like... spicy herbal, but at the same time, I definitely wouldn't call it juicy. I'd call it more old school, a little bit of a new school twist as far as the hops are concerned. So, let's dive in, or cheers. That's nice. That's nice. Pretty much, I'm getting very much the same thing I got off the nose and the mouth, but sweeter. And I think that's a good thing. It was coming out very, very spicy, very earthy, kind of in the nose, and with a little bit of added sweetness, it just makes it a little bit more approachable. Yeah. Yeah, you get that kind of orange, not overly sweet, not overly bittering. Then you get that kind of herbally, kind of earthy, kind of spiciness from the hop. It plays ball because there's enough kind of sweetness, enough malt to kind of prop up both of those and kind of bounce off each other. And the mouth feels a little bit thinner than you expect from a beer of its ABV and of its looks. But at the same time, it's nice. It's crushable. Doesn't drink like 7%. Drinks more like the low 6s. And it's nice. Definitely old school. This is like someone who made a bunch of East Coast IPAs and just started taught like a new school brewer how to make East Coast IPAs, and that new school guy kind of started throwing his kind of ideas and kookiness into the mix, and kind of came up with something a little bit kind of Frankenstein-y based off of those old school East Coast IPAs. Definitely not as bitter as they were, but at the same time, definitely not as just straight up fruit juicy as they are nowadays. Somewhere in between, but yeah, nice beer. Great label though. Great label. I had high hopes for this one based off the label. And while I like it, I like the label more than I like the beer. And I'm not trying to dismiss the beer in any form or fashion. I just love that label. Anyway, so let's talk about it. Is it one of the better IPAs, Imperial on the cusp, Imperial IPAs I've had as of late? No. Just because I've had so many good ones. It's definitely a nice beer, definitely a tasty beer. I'm going to enjoy the shit out of it. But just doesn't kind of pop the way I like my new school IPAs to pop. Value and availability, no idea. All you Twin City, whatever you want to call it, Superior Lake surfing motherfuckers out there, if you know how this sits as far as availability and price, let me know. And just say if you like what we like. That's pretty much everything I just covered. If you like the old school, you want a little bit of new school, like the skew citrus, a little bit of bitter, nothing too crazy, crushable, but at the same time tasty. Definitely a little bit more malt forward than a lot of your like old schoolers. Yeah, it's definitely worth giving a whirl. And if you like awesome can art, it's worth picking up just for that alone. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers. All 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Midwest hazy IPA right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.